So for this rock challenge, I'm going to be using some Rhyolite from North Carolina. Now there isn't much in North Carolina to nap. There is chert in a few spots, but Rhyolite is a lot more common than chert in North Carolina. I think quartzite is also fairly common. Now, Rhyolite is one of the most difficult stones to nap because it crushes easily, even with such hardness, and it's difficult to run long flakes. But I'm going to try this. I've already made the narrowhead off camera to get the feel of it. It's not too bad. I've had pieces of Rhyolite that were, about the same consistency as concrete, so they were almost impossible to nap. But this isn't too bad. This is not bad at all, as far as Rhyolite goes. I've got some other pieces. These are pretty good size ball, and these were sent to me. I'm not sure exactly where in North Carolina you find this stuff, but I've heard it's, fairly common in some areas. Okay, and it is very sharp. It's extremely sharp, and you've got to hit it really hard to get any results. So it's easy to cut yourself. Now, I've seen some guys use very soft hammerstones and very soft billets like wood to nap Rhyolite, which is fine. I used to use wood when I first started for some of my napping, but I primarily use hard hammerstones like this or soft hammerstones. And my collection of hammerstones is usually pretty large, with all different hardnesses. Now this one is a quartzite hammerstone, and I used a smaller one on the other piece that I napped, and it took its toll on this. Rhyolite really beats up the hammerstones and beats up all the other tools as well. I made a bunch of new tools with aluminum bits because I sold and gave away my other set of tools. That was one of the reasons why I had a long break in there between videos. I didn't have tools, and then I was also doing vacation stuff with the kids. Okay. So let's see if I can get some flakes off of this. Thin this down. Now these edges are extremely sharp with Rhyolite, so you can use flakes as is. That's probably the best way to use this. If you're not making points, if you just want tools, just use the flakes. Now I'm confined, there's a light right here. My swings, I can't really reach back and swing hard. I'm a little bit confined in this little spot, but I'm going to try a few really hard swings here. Now these aren't really hard. These are just trying to whittle it down a little bit. But these will make points. Small ones. I don't know if I said that already, but I'm going to make a fairly large point. Maybe 1.25 inches wide by 2 inches long or more if I can. I don't know where I got that one from. I mean, it's a good platform if it was anything other than Rhyolite. It tends to shatter easily. So platforms have to be extra strong. And that's why a lot of guys use soft percussion, because it does shatter easily, but I like using the hard hammerstones anyway. Might actually be able to get the point out of that piece. Some weird stuff going on. It's probably from a previous impact. Previous impact that I caused. It's not part of the original stone. This stone looks very consistent without flaws inside. This is kind of rounded, so it might not work, but let's see. Yeah, it's extremely hard to get anything started on a rounded surface. You can see how that went. It wasn't too bad because it did thin it down a little bit, I guess. I suppose I could get a point out of this one too. Alright, so this turtle bag is going to be the major obstacle on this piece, but I might just continue with this. It's because I know a lot of you guys deal with the turtle bags quite a bit. And it really isn't all that bad as far as Rhyolite goes. Now I'm going to try to shoot some flakes. Try to whittle that down a little bit. Now this isn't a good platform. The closer I get to that turtleback, the better. But I don't want to get so close that I take off too much material. Yeah, I gotta find a way to create a good platform that's not real steppy. Because right now I could try hitting that, but I have to eliminate this little lump right there. Make this as flat as possible, and I'm not sure about that angle here. But if I could get it to about 90, that'd be good. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I think I took off. Well, that's not too bad. But strikes like that can really mess up your day by removing too much. But it did make this nice and, smooth. Okay. If I think about this too much, it's not going to work. So I hit that extremely hard. I firmed up my grip a lot. And I probably, as I showed in some of the other videos, I probably pull on this at the same time I throw this down and strike. Probably pull on this too. Okay, so that was a good turtleback remover. And I may be able to get a point out of this one too. Just to rub it in. Teach the stone a lesson. Okay, so this is good enough for percussion work. So let me cut the video off right there and I guess put a band-aid on this. I've got a bunch of stains on my jeans now. Anyway, okay, I'll continue on the next